there everyone, welcome to this week's episode of the Weekly Roundup. Today we'll be looking at Amazon's purchase of the company behind Roomba, an AI that can understand Lego instructions, and Facebook's BlenderBot 3. Let us know what you think of this week's stories in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with the latest and greatest in data science. In our first story this week, Amazon announced its purchase of iRobot, the robotics company behind Roomba vacuum cleaners, for $1.7 billion. With the help of computer vision algorithms, robot vacuum cleaners have evolved to be able to avoid collisions with furniture, detect what kind of surface they're on, and use various signals from around your home to help them understand where they are and what they need to clean. While this information is undeniably helpful for household cleaning, there's been some backlash from privacy advocacy groups about the amount of data Amazon will have at its disposal. Evan Greer, director of the nonprofit digital rights organization Fight for the Future, says Amazon wants to have its hands everywhere, and acquiring a company that's essentially built on mapping the inside of people's homes seems like a natural extension of the surveillance reach that Amazon already has. The company hasn't issued any official response to privacy concerns, but Alexandra Miller, an Amazon spokesperson, issued a statement saying that customer trust is something we've worked hard to earn and work hard to keep every day. What are your thoughts on Amazon's access to this new source of rich customer data? Let us know in the comments. Our next story takes a look at DeepMinds' protein prediction tool AlphaFold, which has now predicted the shape of nearly every protein known to science. In 2021, DeepMinds shared AlphaFold with scientists and released predicted shapes for more than 350,000 proteins, including all proteins expressed by the human genome. The release immediately shifted the course of biological research because if scientists can identify the shapes of proteins, they can accelerate the ability to understand diseases, create new medicines, and otherwise probe the mysteries of life on Earth. Now, DeepMind has added 200 million shape predictions to the dataset, covering almost every protein known to science. The team hopes to speed up research into more obscure organisms and spark a new field called metaproteomics. Kilman Ferber, a researcher at the University of California in San Francisco, uses the technology to understand the coronavirus and to prepare for similar pandemics, and says that the technology has supercharged this work, often saving months of experimentation time. Other scientists have used the tool in the fight against gastroenteritis, malaria, and Parkinson's disease. For our next story, we'll talk about an AI that can decrypt one of the most challenging problems faced by people across the globe: Lego instructions. Researchers at Stanford University and the Autodesk AI Lab have collaborated to develop a novel learning-based framework that can interpret 2D instructions to build 3D objects. The Manual to Executable Plan Network, or MEPNet, was tested on computer-generated Lego sets, real Lego set instructions, and Minecraft-style voxel building plans, and the researchers said it outperformed existing methods across the board. Existing methods for computers to understand 2D instructions for 3D objects involve either search-based methods, which are simple and accurate but computationally expensive, or learning-based models that are fast but aren't very good at handling unseen 3D shapes. MEPNet is able to combine both of these methods by first predicting a set of 2D key points, and then back-projecting them to 3D by finding possible connections between the base shape and the new components. The researchers say that their aim is to create machines that help people assemble complex objects, including furniture, alongside Lego bricks and voxel worlds in their list of applications. Would this help you build your favorite Lego models? Let us know in the comments. In our final story this week, Meta AI has built and released BlenderBot 3, the first 175 billion parameter publicly available chatbot, complete with model weights, code, datasets, and model cards. BlenderBot 3 is capable of searching the internet to chat about virtually any topic, and it's designed to learn how to improve its skills and safety through natural conversations and feedback from people in the wild. Most previous publicly available datasets are typically collected through research studies with annotators that can't reflect the diversity of the real world. It should come as no surprise, however, that releasing a large language model-based chatbot poses the risk of it generating harmful content. Given that BlenderBot 3 is able to learn from the internet, it's also able to take on information from the worst corners of the web, and there have already been reports of misinformation and toxic chat responses coming from the AI. Joelle Pinot, Managing Director of Fundamental AI Research at Meta, says 0.11% of BlenderBot's responses were flagged as inappropriate, and that Meta continue to believe that the way to advance AI is through open and reproducible research at scale. In addition to putting BlenderBot 3 on the web, Meta is also publishing the underlying code, training dataset, and smaller model variants. Researchers can request access to the largest model, which has 175 billion parameters, through a form that we'll link to in the comments below. That's it for another Roundup. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to let us know what your favorite story of the week was in the comments. We'll see you next week. Have a great one.